This video isn't only going to be about the Tokyo special, I'll be using it for some examples. The Miraculous Tokyo special has only cemented in my brain Thomas is just making shit up as he goes and didn't plan this far ahead when he first started this show. Each special has introduced us to a full new cast of characters and concepts we haven't seen or heard of since the special, despite all of the specials being canon. New York introduced us to DC/Marvel style superheroes like Night Owl and Lady Liberty. It also introduced us to a brand new Miracle box, the Native American one. 12 new Miraculouses we haven't seen since or learned more about. Shanghai showed us a Miraculous adjacent power and a new hero, Lady Dragon, to wield it, and we haven't seen her and haven't even checked up on her through text since this special. And Tokyo introduced us to Kamen Rider-esque heroes known as the Stellar Force, and again, there's 12 of them, each having unique powers like the original 12 Miraculouses. I also want to mention Stellar Force Miraculouses are based on American zodiac, so Leo, Aries, Capricorn, etc., etc. And like the other specials, I doubt we'll ever hear from or see these characters again, or learn more about the kaiju created by these guys, or find out where these powers came from, despite them being tied directly to a main character, Kagami. I'm also 60% sure this backstory is a retcon, much like Felix, Adrian, and Kagami all being center monsters was. Here are some more reasons why I think none of this is planned. 1. The kaiju are never mentioned in the Shanghai special. I know there's some distance between the two, but I think if the word of Ladybug and Cat Noir made it to Tokyo, the word of giant monsters made the rounds to a place much closer than Paris. 2. None of this is ever hinted to with Kagami, her connection to an entirely different team of superheroes, her previous school life, relationships, none of that. I understand Kagami is closed off, but this is like hiding a double life, and not a superhero kind, more like a second family with 3 kids kind. I don't believe this special is meant to go anywhere or become anything more than a one-off. These characters are boring and have no personality. They all look like they could be human versions of the Kwamis from the Chinese Miracle box. The only thing from this special I find mildly interesting is this guy. He looks like a wonderful take on a classic Kamen Rider monster, except more attractive, I mean human-looking. Or a edgier version of Hordak from the 2018 She-Ra show. And the only reason why I believe that this will be the case is because it's been done before in the other specials. Except for the Paris special, it is the best one, and I will fight you if you say otherwise. The reason why the Paris special is so good as it is, though, is because alternate realities and timelines have been a topic of previous episodes, and we've revisited the topic in recent seasons. Something I would love in an episode is in the main series is to take us back to the alternate dimension, kind of like Phineas and Ferb did with Across the 2D Dimension. Doing this allowed us to see what had happened since Dr. Doofenshmirtz's reign over the tri-state area ended. All what happened to the Resistance, specifically Candace. We see Perry reunite with the boys and get to see a character from a deleted scene from the movie. Something like this could not only benefit the specials through further world building, but it could break up the repetitiveness of the show. I mean, there's on average 25 episodes per season, so we have the time. This wouldn't halt the story we are subject to watch for the past 6 seasons now, with many more confirmed ones on the way. Taking time to revisit stuff like the Native American Miracle box, which would allow this incredibly sad and empty wiki page to be filled, see how the New York heroes are doing, or see Lady Dragon again. These stories have only just begun, but it feels like Thomas is done with them. They've served their purpose, so he just moves on to the next thing. I believe Miraculous is a masterclass on what not to do with your TV show. Lesson 1, don't let a guy stuck in the early 2000s write a show in... I believe Miraculous is a masterclass in what not to do with your TV show. Lesson 1, don't let a guy who's stuck in the early 2000s write a show in 2016. Lesson 2, don't let one of your main characters become an afterthought. Lesson 3, don't let a guy who reverses character development dictate who gets a redemption arc. The list can go on for a while, but I'll stop it there and end this. Thomas, if you find yourself in a position to work on another show, please don't leave the story of Miraculous unfinished. As a fan of your other work, specifically Zack Storm, I don't want this show to become irrelevant in your eyes, or leave the fandom begging for the season 3 you promised us. Pivoting back to the actual topic of this video, the Tokyo special must left to be desired. There are things it did that are completely bonkers, like Kagami just revealing her identity to her grandmother and her friend, 2 characters who have not been mentioned before now, and expecting them to keep her identity a secret. Let's also not forget Cat Noir is not in this. I know he's been getting less and less screen time as the show continues, but removing him entirely? Adrian isn't treated any better. He gets less than 20 seconds of screen time, absolutely shafted for 12 wildly less interesting characters we know nothing about, and will probably learn nothing about. You could argue this is a kid's show, but so is Mech X4, and it uses all of its concepts to the fullest. Has character development that sticks, a story that knew where it wanted to go, and what it wanted to be. Stop using that as a defense. This show is garbage. Every time you think it's going to go somewhere, it retcons it. Every time we make an inch of progress in the story, the show flops over and seizes for the next 2 fucking seasons. Adding this, or any of the other specials, including the Paris one, I apologize, mean nothing, because nothing is being done with them. We're just flopping around like a dying fish promised water. It's not fun to watch or even hate watch anymore, because much like this paragraph, it's repeating itself to pad runtime. So, the final thing from me is this. Thomas, stop pretending you know what you're doing. Stop acting like this show is more than a paycheck to you, and stop letting the fans down. There are people who truly care about this show and the world that is being built in it. Taking advantage of that is wrong, so check yourself before you write yourself into a deep dark hole you can't get out of. With that said, I'll see you all in the next video. Tell me what you think, and goodbye.